The president tweeted this: the United States will impose large sanctions on Turkey for their long-time detainment of Pastor Andrew Brunson, a great Christian, family man and wonderful human being. He is suffering greatly. This innocent man of faith should be released immediately. Joining us now is Larry Kudlow, Director of the National Economic Council. Now, Larry, I know that you're the economics guy, but these are sanctions. I believe they're economic sanctions imposed on Turkey. What do you make of this?
Well, I think the president's completely right. I mean, unfortunately, Turkey misbehaves in a lot of areas, but I'm not going to give a long commentary. But releasing this Christian pastor is something that should have been done a while ago. Yep. The president has apparently lost patience. Sanctions are a very effective tool. So good for POTUS on this.
Turkey's economy at the moment is not in free fall, but it is not doing well. Sanctions like this could really hurt them badly. Again, that gives them great leverage. You were criticized, not you personally, but the administration was criticized for using tariffs as a leverage weapon against our trading partners. But I think you should take a victory lap, because that threat of sanctions turned out to be and create an agreement yesterday. Take your victory lap, Larry.
Happy to do so.
Yeah. Go.
I finally won one.
Yeah, right.
But look, huge credit to President Trump, okay, for leading this. He was willing to be flexible and take, he's tough, but he's a good negotiator, and the full credit to the EU. I want to give a lot of credit to the number 2 in the EU, Martin Seymour. I worked with Martin. It was about a 24-hour period. We got together, we met for the first time, and we planned out a number of things, and we conveyed messages to our principals, President Juncker on the EU side. And I think some key, it's funny, these agreements, when President Trump heard that the EU was willing to buy an enormous volume of soybeans, was willing to purchase an enormous volume of LNG, was willing to help Europe with pipelines so they wouldn't have to depend on Russia, when he heard that the EU was willing to open the door to beef purchases, President, as you know, has been saying he's a reformer. He wants end trade, zero trade tariffs, zero trade barriers, zero subsidies, and these were transactional. These were transactional, Stuart.
How long does it take to get there?
This made it work.
The president said specifically they want to work towards zero tariffs, zero barriers, zero subsidies, real free trade.
Right.
Now, how long does it take to get there? That's got to be years away, hasn't it?
Well, I don't know about years. I don't even want to put a timetable on it. Look, let me just say, the process of this negotiations will begin immediately. All right, both sides are already planning, and we will get together and map out what needs to be mapped out. Our ambassador, Robert Lighthizer, as you know, will be deeply involved. I'm going to help out as best that I can, the NEC staff. Look, you're already, though, planning very quickly, I hope, these new additional purchases. Europe has opened the door. Again, soybeans, LNG, beef, these things are very important. All of our negotiations, for example, with China, okay, they never negotiated an actual transaction. It was all kind of airy-fairy and this and that, and we don't know, and maybe, and let's have 16 more meetings. The EU came with a positive attitude. Our side had a positive attitude. We're going to get to work immediately on these issues, and then we will deal with the larger picture of tariffs and standards, for example, and non-tariff barriers and subsidies. This is a very this changes everything, okay? I want to say that, Stuart. Changes everything.
Why does it change everything?
Because, let me give you 2 reasons, very important. Number 1, the United States and the EU will be allied in the fight against China, which has broken the world trading system, in effect. They're not the only ones, but the world trading system is broken with high tariffs and barriers and technological stealing and IP theft. EU was approached by China. The EU said no. President Juncker made it very clear yesterday that he intended to help us President Trump on the China problem. That's point number one. Point number two, this bolsters President Trump's argument that being tough and aggressive, and yes, using tariffs where required, can get you to the negotiating table, okay? Both of these presidents, by the way, needed a win, and I think both got a large one yesterday. So this changes the game. And let me add one last point, Stu. I don't mean to monopolize, but one last point. The USA is very close now. We're closing in on a deal with Mexico. That's going to be very important.
I wanted to ask you about that because there's a delegation from Mexico in D.C. at the moment. I take it you're talking with them. Can we look forward to, can we look hopeful towards a bilateral deal with Mexico fairly soon?
I like the word hopeful. I absolutely like the word hopeful. I'm glad I anticipated your question on Mexico. You know, I've always tried to be helpful, Stuart, down through the years. So underscore the line hopeful. You know, I had said 24 hours ago on your network that people were so pessimistic about the EU and the U.S. that they may be happily surprised, okay? Right. Turns out I got one right. I think the same is true with Mexico, and the same is true with our trading strategy to reform and fix the world trading system and move towards what we call the 3 zeros. President Trump is insisting on that, and I love it.
Well, are you now talking about a transaction with China where something actually happens?
Regarding the trade discussion, I am not aware of such movement. It may exist, but I'm not aware of it, and I think I'd probably know something about that.
Yes,
We'd like to. We've been there. They came here. Wilbur Ross went back there. The conversations have turned dark. We can't seem to get anything. I don't know where this is leading. But no, I am unaware of any transaction deals with China. I wish they would. We've made our asks very clear.
Okay.
You know, not just commodities, Stu, and industrial supplies, but the key questions about technology and IP theft and so forth and so on. These are key issues, and we're not hearing from them.
Larry, whilst we're talking to you, on the left-hand side of our screen here, the president has arrived in Iowa. He's about to descend the steps of Air Force One and get into his limousine. Just want to tell the audience that is what's happening, left-hand side of the screen.
I think Iowa farmers and farmers throughout the Midwest and so forth will be very happy with this EU deal progress, particularly with respect to soybeans.
Yep.
And hopefully we won't have to use our subsidies. We won't have to use the CCC and so forth and so on. And by the way, Stu, as you know, let's not forget, you're going to get a very good economic growth number tomorrow.
I was just going to ask, are you allowed to speculate on what that growth number might be?
I would never do such a thing. I just wanted to bring it up. You know, again, I want to help you in this interview.
Well, we're saying 4%, maybe 4.5%. Are we about in line?
I have no reason to disagree with that, but I have no knowledge, no information. We won't hear about that until way later today.
Okay, the boss, President Trump, has just emerged from Air Force One. Larry Kudlow, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Good to see you, sir. We'll see you again soon. All right.